We skipped fragments 29 and 30 because they didn't have much. Also, they were just repeating stuff that was already stated in episode 6 of Higurashi.
Moon. House.
House.
I'm assuming this is Satoshi.
Stupid effing PC, work for me, damn it.
My harsh and brutal days are still continuing without end.
Hooray, corrected itself, yay.
The situation between my aunt and Satoko remains the same. My aunt yells at Satoko for no reason every night. While Satoko cries, she still talks back to her. My aunt's yelling goes on and on forever. Satoko's crying goes on and on too. When Satoko sees me, she grabs onto me. She hides behind my back and tries to ignore my aunt yelling. She always comes to seek my help. Satoko doesn't open up to anyone, but me. So if I don't protect her, she'll be devastated. That security is something that our parents don't grant Satoko. I had to be the one to provide it. But every day, day after day, every time Satoko cries, every day, day after day. Satoko grabbed onto me once while crying yesterday. I patted her head, but along with pity, a different emotion came to me. I wanted to grasp her head and smash her against the wall. What an unbelievably devilish and awful emotion. No. I can't think that. No, it's not that I can't think it. I just can't acknowledge that feeling. Since that day, there's been someone else inside of me. It's someone who's trying to eat me up from the inside and switch places with me. When Satoko begs for my help while crying, that person tries to make me spell out some awful and hateful words that should have damaged Satoko forever. Leave me alone. Don't grab onto me. Go away! No. I can't! To prevent him from taking over my body, I clenched my stomach and drove him out. I managed to do that. But that wasn't it. The person is coming after me, trying to get back inside of me. I won't such a scary thing get back inside of me. He knows there's no room to slip into my heart, as long as I keep it held shut like this. So he stopped trying, and instead is falling right behind me. He's waiting for me to let my guard down. When I walk, he walks right behind me. He's breathing down my neck. He follows me everywhere, and when I lie down, he stares at me. He's waiting for the right moment to jump back inside of me, so he can hurt Satoko. It's been so hot lately. Maybe the heat is getting to me, and that's why I think things like this. I'm the only family Satoko has. I'll be the protector for my aunt for the rest of my life. My eternal duty. Rest of my life? Forever? Do I really have to do that forever? Hey, Satoko. But I'm her only family. But because of my aunt. It's because of the villagers, too. It's almost Watanagashi. Some irresponsible people are saying that the curse will once again fall upon Hinamizawa. Also saying that it'll fall upon me and Satoko for sure. Maybe it's just my imagination, but lately, the villagers expecting it are giving me especially sharp looks. I feel like I'll be killed in the day of the Watanagashi. Of course, there's no reason why I would be killed. It's just my imagination. Ah, pat. Come inside of me. Satoko's my only sister in my family. Don't tell me those awful things. Pat. Stop. Don't come this way. Don't come this way! The footsteps came right behind me, and a hand touched me on the shoulder. Ah! Oh, Rena.
Are you okay? Are you?
I must have been acting weird. Rena looked worried. Her name is Rena Ryugu. Just moved here and transferred to my school. Nobody remembers her, but supposedly she lived here in Hinamizawa a long time ago. In fact, she hardly remembers anything about Hinamizawa either. Since Mion is the only classmate who's my age, I'm glad she's my friend. She usually carries on happily alongside Mion, but occasionally she shows more feminine consideration.
Are you feeling okay? do you want me to take you to the nurse's office? Do you?
Thank you. I'm okay, though. Do I look sick or something?
Yep.
Her immediate answer made me realize I wasn't myself.
Is it about Satoko-chan? Are you worried?
No, that isn't it. My problem isn't physical, but a mental one. This is something I think to myself, but even though Rena seems like a very easygoing person, maybe she's more perceptive than she appears.
Oh shit! Since I just transferred here recently, I may not be able to help much. But I can at least listen. Sometimes talking can help.
Although she just transferred, she already knows quite a bit about me and my sister, and also about the situation with the villagers. But talking about it won't solve anything. Actually, if I talked about it, maybe I feel like I'd be admitting to my weakness. Might give that person a chance to get inside of me again.
You were so surprised just now. That's why I thought something really serious was bothering you. Aww.
Oh, that? Lately I feel like someone is following me all the time. Pit-pat, pit-pat. Thought that was you. Sorry. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore.
Footsteps. Following you? I know those. I know those footsteps.
What's the sleigh bells about?
That sign.
The bells mean that something important
Those
is
are actually
happening.
chime bells used in rituals.
Damn,
Ooh,
fucking, I
mostly
wasn't
things.
expecting Satoshi to be like, man, I really want to fucking cave my sister's skull in.
To be fair,
I mean,
that
to
be
I
fair, she
am
did
Rena
not-
kill his
did just kind
parents.
of Rena always said, "Hey, you're acting just like Satoshi did."
Uh-oh.
The difference is that he's the difference is that he
and
didn't want
everyone
Or-
keeps hearing, that's confirmed to be Hanyu, right?
a little bit. It's also I think it means it's either Hanyu or it's the syndrome. I think.
Wait, I just had a thought that I just can't.
Oh,
that
no.
I'm just now realizing. So in the first part, like those dudes with like the eyes, like they had Hinamizawa syndrome. They were not the mountain dogs, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that interesting. So does that mean like Rika died at that part when Keiichi was getting chased?
Possibly.
Probably.
I don't know.
Or then again,
Every time
Keiichi had the Hinamizawa syndrome, so that could also be just him seeing things and hallucinating.
What if the Hinamizawa syndrome lets you see and sense Hanyu?
I feel like that's
That's right. Yeah, because I know Satoko actually mentioned that she saw Hanyu once. I think.
Oh yeah,
No,
remember
that would
when,
make a lot of sense, honestly.
remember when
I don't know why a parasite would do that.
Remember when Shion said
No,
she kept
but-
hearing footsteps
I think there's
and
like-
In
banging?
Japan and around the world, if you're sick or on death's door, there is more God, what's the word for it?
Sensitive.
Susceptible to the paranormal. There it goes.
There's a little bit of
New type bullshit.
yeah, it's a
That's-
bit of,
Including parasites.
there's a little bit of
That's,
magic.
that has the same energy as like Caboose, like correctly guessing the plot of the season.
No, but seriously, guys, remember in
Did you get all that, Caboose?
Remember
In the words of
guys,
in the words of
please.
sorry.
It's okay, Cap. But anyways, remember the part in chapter 5 where Shion said she was like hearing shit in the storehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be Hanyu who was
That
doing
was
that.
Hanyu.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
once again, Hanyu was behind everything unintentionally. because she's that
Attention was
incompetent.
right
I see.
again.
That
No,
sounded
you
a little
didn't-
too correct. What's the catch?
No, you don't need to do that. You're a promising member of the Hinamizawa fighters. We'll save your spot. So you can come back anytime, okay? I don't know about that, though. I have no idea when I can come back, so I thought I should resign at least for now. Satoshi-kun says he wants to quit the Hinamizawa fighters. I know very well Satoshi-kun and Satoko-chan's situation. So I wasn't expecting that he fucking god damn it, Joshi!
Oh god, put that up on stream.
I can't.
Oh
I
my
can't, I
god,
can't
that
leave
invincible
without,
meme is going around
I
like
can't leave this
hotcakes.
without context.
Yep, it is.
Satoko, sing Satoko!
Think, Satoko!
Oh my god, I've gotta watch Indivisible.
You mean
Invincible.
Indivisible.
Invincible!
The
To
game.
be fair, those two games are
Reminder.
very similar. So, like, I used to be the guy who called Borderlands Borderlines.
Shout out to not to Omni Battler, to Invincible Battler.
Where's Omni Battler?
I haven't made Omni Battler. I made an Invincible Battler.
Oh, I just remembered what Indivisible the game was, and it was like, oh yeah, that game made by that asshole.
Yeah, it's a fun game though. All right. I know very well Satoshi-kun and Satoko-chan's situation. I was expecting that he might say something like that. The relationship between Satoko-chan and her aunt has gotten worse, to the point where it can be considered abuse. Someone from the Child Consultation Center came. Of course, her aunt behaved herself. Then immediately after, her harassment turned even more vicious. According to her neighbors, the aunt's scolding and Satoko-chan's crying can be heard nightly and sometimes goes on past midnight. Satoko-chan's weekly physical checkup results are slowly growing worse, and we're trying to keep her stable by increasing her medication. But unless her relationship with her aunt improves, she's sure to go terminal and sink into madness. Although she isn't the type to become deranged, even at the terminal stage. She's the type who holds everything in, harboring her insanity inside. It's like you pushed her parents off a cliff 2 years ago. Oh, you're just taking that as factual, huh? Alright, cool. Satoko-chan may kill her aunt. Thanks to the mountain dogs, the incidents were resolved as an accident, and Oishi stepped aside, although he is still sus. Something like that happens around Satoko-chan. He should investigate her mercilessly. I can't do anything more about Satoko-chan's environment changing for the worse. I'm not supposed to surprise here that Satoshi-kun wants to quit the baseball team so he can be with his sister more. Actually, I'm starting a part-time job. That's why I can't come to practice. Oh, part-time job. Something you want to buy? Yeah. It's almost Satoko-chan's birthday. Whatever. It's a teddy bear Satoko has been looking at, and I want to get it for her. Oh, that's right. I remember the birthday on her insurance card. I think it's June 24th. After the Watanagashi festival. I see. Such a good brother. I'm sure Satoko-chan will be thrilled. I hope so. I can tell Satoshi-kun is also stressed out. To him, seeing Satoko-chan being harassed is the same thing as being harassed himself. Stress can be released through moderate exercise, such as with sports, and also with plenty of rest. Satoko-chan is being yelled at nightly, then it's easy to figure out that Satoshi-kun isn't getting enough sleep either. I don't know what kind of job he's starting, but I don't think he'll be able to vent his stress on it. In fact, I don't like the idea of Satoshi-kun taking a part-time job, because he's already so worn out in every way. I asked him if he wanted me to help him pay for the present, but of course he declined the offer. It's a present from him. He wants to earn the money himself. He's taken the part-time job only to earn enough money to buy Satoko-chan's present, so it'll be a temporary thing. It's for a short period of time, maybe it won't be that bad. I want him to stop from working because I don't want him to get even more stressed. Since he says Satoko-chan's birthday is near, I don't think I can stop him. Satoshi-kun is determined. If I say any more, I may lose his trust. So I'll have to accept his leave of absence. Oh, Coach. Can I maybe borrow a bat? I completely misunderstood his words. Later I found out he carried around that bat to protect himself. And realized that even then, he was already showing some dangerous symptoms. He believed there was to be a fourth mysterious death this year. And that he would be the victim. He obsessed with the idea that someone was after his life. It is a symptom of Hinamizawa syndrome's terminal stages. But although I was involved so deeply with the syndrome, I was careless. A bat? What do you need a bat for? Satoshi-kun had his own bat. I should have asked if he could take it home, but instead, asked if he could borrow it. When I think about it now, he said that it was a way to lighten his guilty conscience. But how could I have known then? Well, though I can't kind of practice, I think I'll have a little bit of time to practice swinging on my own. That's great! Sure, please take it with you. Be sure you do so in an open space, okay? You won't bother your neighbors. It's a good practice to hit a hanging tire. Swinging a bat can release stress. Letting him take his bat home will help. That's what I thought. But this is a huge mistake. I realized it only when things were already past the point of no return.
Okay.
Damn, Satoshi looks very, confused about...
Yes. I need a baseball
noir.
bat. Don't you have a baseball
man, I had
bat?
to take a bit of approach, man.
I'll be honest, I love how even Yuri is like, why the fuck do you need a baseball? He's like, what?
I
just imagine Yuri is like, okay, good day, alright. Played baseball,
Death of
hung out with it.
Satoshi's
A bat is
aunt.
required for her
Take the
death.
turbo.
A bat to beat her to death is required.
Fucking
shit!
Yeah.
It's the best cure for terminal illness.
Okay, before we
Jesus,
go
I
on,
thought
Hey, I
guys.
wonder
No.
if Satoshi actually
It was
killed his
real
aunt.
when I look back.
Okay,
It's like
before we
a
go
bat.
on,
Yeah?
Okay,
Before
we're
we-
on fun times.
Yeah?
before we go on, guys, I just saw my lights flash and there's a storm outside. So if my internet suddenly disconnects, you'll know why.
Okay,
Ah, the
good
famous
to know.
Texas story.
Alright.
Well, that and it's also just storm season in Texas.
Also, Xander, if this
Thanks,
really is the
Virgil.
the Orange Boy Power Hour, alright. We were ready to respond quickly this year. That's why we were able to start the investigation immediately by securing the crime scene. The victim is the wife of the younger brother of the Hojo couple. She's an extremely suitable target for the 4th year's curse of Oyashiro-sama. She had a horrible reputation among the locals. After the incident, everybody said that she deserved to be cured. I have a general
what?
idea of who the culprit must be. It's probably Satoshi Hojo. The innocent-looking kid. There's even a motive. The deceased abused his sister relentlessly. This would be revenge for that. Also, when he attended the inspection of the crime scene, he looked frantic, yet also far too composed. As if he was totally unrelated to the incident. My intuition from many years of police work tells me that the 8 or 9 times out of 10, someone who acts like that is the perp. I have no concrete proof. But if I question him and shake him up a bit, I have a feeling he'll confess, like that baby I was holding one time.
Bruh.
For the victim to be so beaten up, the culprit must have had some blood on him as well. If we can't find that, if we can find that, then we'll have proof.
So true, Kumagai. Unless he's a complete fool, I'm sure he's already gotten rid of it by now. If we can't find any in the place, he said he disposed it after he fesses up, but we can convince the prosecutor, too. This was pretty insignificant as a standalone case. A confession from Satoshi Hojo would end it. Everyone except me must believe that. But if I look at it as part of a series of mysterious deaths, it won't be so easy. Either the 3 families of the village, or the Sonozaki family alone, is directly involved in this.
Oh my god.
If they are the ones pulling the strings, they must have investigated Satoshi Hojo instigated Satoshi Hojo into committing the crime. If so, Satoshi Hojo is someone who knows way too much about them. The Sonozaki family's actions must remain hidden. If you connect him to the crime, would that let him run around freely? Satoshi Hojo is a loving brother who cares very much for his sister. Then to kill his aunt as the 4th year's curse. After that, they will eliminate the one person who connected him to the crime. Satoshi Hojo is not just a simple criminal. He was set up. And after that, my suspicions were confirmed. He abruptly vanished. It is in such a puzzling way. He didn't run because he was afraid of this crime had come to light. Another culprit came into the picture. He's already arrested for a different crime, and furthermore, he died while in prison. He confessed information only the culprit himself would have known. Therefore, he must be the culprit. But he's already dead, and the investigation was closed. And Satoshi Hojo disappeared a few days after the festival. It's obvious someone doesn't want Satoshi Hojo to be connected to this incident. My boss put pressure on me to close the investigation to file Satoshi Hojo's disappearance as a separate incident. He even handed this case over to a different section. The way this case is closing so rapidly greatly resembles the same trick used 2 years ago with the Hojo couple's accident. There's no doubt it's the work of someone who can put the pressure on the police. As it happens, the Sonozaki family is the only one who can actually extract influence on the police department here in the Hinamizawa area. And nobody else! Anything to cover their trails are covered, but this points towards them more clearly than anything. According to my informant, Oryu Sonozaki mentioned the fourth year's curse at the family meeting and hinted that she was the one who was behind it all. Hinting isn't strong enough evidence. There's no mistaking that Oryu Sonozaki is the one pulling the strings. None of the ones who did it in the old man. But I just can't grab them! The principal offender is still on the loose. But I'm sure he's being sheltered somewhere by the Sonozaki family. I have to locate him and find that missing right arm. I'll turn his arm to his grave. Make the principal offender and the masterminds both bow down before it. However, just like how Satoshi Hojo disappeared, possible the principal offender has already been eliminated. I bet he's already been killed and buried somewhere no one can find. If that's the case, then that's fine. I'll make the old bag who ordered someone to kill the old man slam her forehead onto the ground before his grave.
Damn!
This, I swear! After the fourth year's curse, people are saying something will happen again next year. Even with all my preparations, I can prevent the incident from happening this time. It's too late if something happens. I must keep my eyes on the core of the village before something takes place. There's a reason why I have to get to the bottom of this by next year. Because I'm retiring. Mother's been wanting to get back to her hometown in Hokkaido, and for a long time, she's been asking me to move there when I retire. Well, that's the least I can do for her, so I agreed to move to Hokkaido when I retire. Next year is my last chance to avenge the old man's death. It happened 4 years in a row. More than likely, there will be a fifth curse, too. As a result of the series of mysterious deaths, the village has been tightly knit together since the dam protests. They were told that betrayers will be punished in the name of the curse. For the masterminds, there's enough reason to continue with the series of mysterious deaths. According to rumors, this year's victim, the aunt, was cursed because she didn't participate in the Watanagashi festival. There are villagers who believe that if they don't participate in next year's Watanagashi, they'll be cursed. It'll be a huge festival next year for sure. Something will happen. Series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa, also known as the Curse of Oyashiro-sama. I will avenge the old man. I definitely will.
That was a lot of info we already knew. However, it is nice to see Yuichi's resolve.
Man,
Come a guy
he
be
got
like, oh,
everything wrong.
Come a
Oh,
guy be
yeah.
like, Oishi, we can't stop here at this case. This is backcountry. I'm sorry, I've been holding on to that joke.
Wait,
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's
Cap,
good.
you are on fire!
That's why I got excited when I heard Hokkaido, because that means yes, this
Nailed it.
thumbnail kind of makes sense now.
Also, hey, we're finally done with a page.
Yay!
And we're about to be on
Oh,
another
I'm
one
gonna be
too.
honest.
Well,
There's no-
what are we at? We're at the 30 fucking 4 fragments.
34
There's only
fragments,
50,
yeah.
so we're
The
over
only
halfway.
the only reason I made that thumbnail is because all I did was play Hitman 2 yesterday. So
Okay, by the way.
The fourth sacrifice.
Yes, the Sataka Hojo shitty mean aunt is required.
Wow.
The village was in an uproar. It was the fourth mysterious death in a row which everyone believed would happen actually did. Sadako-chan's aunt was killed. All the villagers were rather satisfied about this incident, saying the curse finally fell on her like for being a local troublemaker. But I know the truth. I saw the beaten up body at the crime scene. I knew Satoshi-kun was responsible for it. Her abuse for Satoko-chan was getting worse and worse. Satoshi-kun wanted to protect her, so he brought home a baseball bat. All the signs were there. Yes, I know. I couldn't avoid questioning myself. I felt bad for the Hojo siblings who had no one on their side, so I tried to be their ally. In the end, I failed to be of any help to them. The phone rang. It was Satoshi-kun. He never called me before. What happened? What happened? Does he want me to help him? If so, I will. I truly feel that way. Hello, Coach. Sorry to bother you while you're at work. Oh, don't worry. What can I do for you? I can't think of anyone else who has a car. A car? Sure, I have one. I'm in front of a toy store in Okinomiya. Not the one owned by Mion's uncle, but the other one that's by the dentist office. Sure, I know where it is. I found a teddy bear for Satoko's birthday, but... it's too big to put in my bicycle. Too big? Satoshi-kun, how big is that teddy bear? I guess he didn't think about it and went to the toy store on his bicycle, and now he's stuck. That's so typical of him. I can't help but smile warmly. In other words, he can't carry both the bicycle and the teddy bear, so he wants me to come to pick him up. I told him I'd be right over and head to the toy store in Okinomiya. When I got there, I found that the teddy bear he bought is a lot bigger than I imagined. Oh my! This is huge! There's no way you can put this on your bicycle, huh? The teddy bear is so big that Satoshi-kun can hardly wrap his arms around it. He puts it in his lap in the passenger seat, he won't be able to see anything. We loaded the bicycle into the back seat and stuffed the teddy bear in the trunk. Boy, it must have been expensive. Yeah. I guess. Also, you said this is a different toy store, but this is the exact same toy store. Whatever.
It's reusing assets.
Yeah. At first I thought he was sweating because of the heat. But he's acting oddly. As if he has a high fever and his conscience is coming and going. What's wrong? Are you feeling okay? I guess. Well, I think I have a cold. That's not good. You want to swing by the clinic? We'll give you a checkup. Thank you. When he called earlier, he didn't sound this way. Did he become ill all of a sudden? Why don't you put the seat back? Is it too cold? Are you okay? His face is turning pale. I can tell he has a high fever. Satoshi-kun is pushing himself to buy that teddy bear. A teddy bear this size can't be that cheap. For him to enough money in such a short period of time, he must have worked hard and long hours. He felt relieved now that he got the teddy bear that he wanted to buy. Unusual for a person to collapse after reaching his big goal. I'm proud of you. Bring enough money to buy such a huge teddy bear. Satoko-chan will be happy. I hope so. I'm sure she will be. I guarantee it. Our aunt is gone. Our uncle isn't coming back. Nobody can hurt her anyway anymore. Right? That's right. Or anyone who can hurt her. So you can relax now. Our aunt is gone, right? She died, right? Yes. She's dead. I performed the autopsy myself. There can be no mistake. We'll never abuse Satoko-chan again. Are you sure? Did you really confirm that she's dead? Yes. I sure did. So, even if I see someone who looks just like her, it's not her, right? It's not like she was actually alive or recovered, right? No. That's not possible. She'll never come back to us. Then, look, that lady, she looks like her, but it's not my aunt, right? Right? Satoshi-kun pointed at the oncoming car in fear. Of course, that car passed by so quickly that I couldn't see her face. But no matter how much she looks like her, it's impossible for her to be alive. Look! Look at her! Looks exactly like her! And look at me! Calm down, Satoshi-kun. Your aunt is dead. No matter how much she looks like her, it's not your aunt. But, just look at her! Look! No, it must be her. That's my aunt. I killed her. I bashed her head in. Repeatedly. Why? I can only try to stay calm and drive. Satoshi-kun is losing his cool. He's delusional. He's seeing his aunt come back from the dead. I finally realize. Satoshi-kun is displaying symptoms of the terminal stage. To examine him once I get to the clinic. It's different from Satoko-chan's case. We already have the cure. We can treat Satoshi-kun. Talk to the mountain dogs, they'll take care of the murderer of his aunt. They can both save him from going terminal and give him back his peaceful days with Satoko-chan. He was deranged until just a moment ago, but now he's gone quiet. He didn't fall asleep. I must get to the clinic while Satoshi-kun remains in this calm state. There's no guarantee they won't attack me while I'm driving. As if he knows what's going through my mind. Satoshi-kun spoke to me quietly. Coach, is this the curse of Oyashiro-sama? There is no curse. Please try to stay focused. Satoko, sorry. Till just before I bought that teddy bear, I was thinking about running away. That's why Oyashiro-sama got angry. I'm a failure. I'm a failure as a big brother. You don't need to say anything. Close your eyes and get some rest. Get to the clinic soon. I'll give you some medicine, okay? I feel like there are maggots in my blood. It itches. Don't scratch! Don't claw your throat! Drive to the back door of the clinic. Come to the brakes and stop the car. Satoshi-kun is ready to claw at his throat. I can't stop him by myself. Ask for some help through the intercom. Some staff members came out immediately. Maybe Satoshi-kun was surprised to see many people at once because he started to resist. Don't even need to run tests. He's at L5. He was the terminal stage and his thoughts may be filled with delusions. He thinks the staff members want to kill him. The members pinned his arms and legs down and gave him a shot to put him to sleep. Coach, please, help me! Don't worry. I'll make you better, so please relax. Coach. Please, take care of Satoko. Please take care of Satoko. After saying those words, he fell unconscious.
My. What's going on?
Satoshi-kun suddenly displayed symptoms. Considering the amount of stress he's been under, it was just a matter of time. Maybe he was holding it back until he bought the teddy bear.
It's interesting that somehow we always find a live specimen around Watanagashi. You think it's the curse of Oyashiro-sama?
Don't want to listen to her nonsense.
What happened to him after that?
Well,
Probably in a coma.
We'll probably find out in Chapter 8.
So does this fucking mean that... Is this where Satoshi went? Or Satoshi went after
Seems
fucking
like
all this
that's what
time?
it's getting to, yeah.
It
Like,
seems to be.
Satoshi's not fucking missing. He's just at the fucking clinic because he's in Terminal fucking 5.
When was the last time that?
Hey, we're gonna finish another one!
Hey, when was the last time
Hey.
Leon saw Satoshi in her arc?
Hey, we're at like 34, right?
We're at 34.
We're at 35.
Yeah, 35, yeah, we're
We're
35.
35, man.
35 out of
Look
what?
at the funny little
wait.
stream.
35 out of 50.
52.
We're almost
A roll
done.
of 1 is the 35th one.
But yeah, like
Finish
Shion.
it
What was
tonight,
the-
or are we gonna finish next time?
No,
It depends
we're
on
gonna-
how the
we're-
rest of these
I mean,
are.
it depends on how long it's going to be, but the bottom line is we're going to get to at least 40. We're going to finish 40.
Yeah.
Wait, so when was the last time Shion saw Satoshi in her arc?
The last time she saw him was like right before he went missing, pretty much. Right at the
No, I mean, like, when did he get, like, when was the last time she saw him, though? Like,
After
was it,
after he bought the teddy bear.
The teddy right after
Was that-
yeah, like right after he bought the teddy bear and she got taken in for questioning.
Okay, wait. Okay,
That was in her story arc. That was a different fragment, guys.
yeah, I'm just wondering, because I'm wondering
Well,
how
no,
close that
because
is to
anything
this.
that happens prior to the Watanagashi is technically canonical, I think. Anyways, the holy music is happening, I guess.
Well, then who's speaking?
I'm going to assume it's Irie, because that seems to be the common thread.
Alright.
It happened so suddenly. Oh, never mind, it's you!
Which you?
Oh, God.
It's kinda
Takano.
So I'm not gonna
Like
lie.
Neon?
Takano.
Okay,
No,
she says Uncle
Takano.
Koizumi, so it is
Oh,
Takano.
Koizumi.
I forgot who Koizumi was.
Uncle Koizumi passed away. Never heard he was ill or wasn't feeling well. Chest started to hurt suddenly and he couldn't sleep.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thank you. Called an ambulance for the first time in his life because he didn't think he could endure the pain. Taken into emergency care, but he didn't live to see morning. It was an acute myocardial infarction, but maybe it was the best possible way to go. Instead of being in bed for many years, slowly dilapidating and withering away, he was healthy until his death, so I think he must have lived a wonderful life. Still, it was too sudden. I wish I had called him Uncle more. Too late, though. Uncle Koizumi would never smile at me again with his wrinkly old face, no matter how many times I called for him. He was my guardian until now. He always looked after me, making sure my efforts received proper recognition. Maybe he only did that because he couldn't help my grandfather when he was alive. But still, he was an important person to me. He wasn't just my political backing. But I didn't realize that when he was alive. I only thought of using his power for my own agenda. But after he died, I realized Koizumi was my grandpa too. He provided the warmth and protection that I had longed for from my own grandfather. At his funeral, I shed tears that I thought I had forgot how to. Uncle, you everything. Should have called you Uncle more. No matter how many times I called to him, he would never reply. What can I do for him at this point is complete my research. I must accomplish my goal for his sake. My grandfather's research is finally acknowledged. Uncle Koizumi's name will be known once again for being the sole supporter of his endeavor. I believe that's the best way to repay him for everything he's done. I vow to devote myself to my work even more from this day on. But, unfortunately, hardships and sadness tend to come together. It was like the tailwind that blew steadily until today suddenly became a headwind. The wind shifted far too suddenly. So strong, so cold, so sad. What? What are you talking about, Jiro-san?
Well, you know that Koizumi Sensei was the main political sponsor of the Irie Institute, right? They trouble getting approval from the related agencies. Koizumi Sensei used his political weight to force it through. After all, he was one of the key figures in the post-war restoration, accomplishing tremendous deeds in the medical industry. He held a huge influence in politics and industry.
So, now that Koizumi Sensei is gone, the way he did things won't work any longer?
So far, it's only a rumor, so I don't know for sure. But I heard they're going to reconsider the budget allocation for the project.
Are you saying the Irie Institute will be closed down?
No, I haven't heard anything about them reconsidering the institute. But since Koizumi-sensei's death, the rumors say that there's going to be a great deal of confusion among the old guard and the factions, as well as the civil strife within the party around finding a successor. Seems the opposing faction is gaining influence in the human resources of our client. I begin to dig deep into this holy treasure chest that the Koizumi faction had to fund their project. Of course, this is all too complicated for me to explain that well, and besides, these might just be rumors.
Jiro-san kept saying they were rumors, but that told me the wind's direction has changed. Or maybe Jiro-san already knows everything and is simply trying to warn me about it. Then, at our next routine audit, Jiro-san made it clear with his own mouth. With his own mouth. High-ranked government officials who had never came here before attended the routine audit along with Jiro-san. Just by seeing those faces, I can tell the turning point is approaching. Government official random dude, go!
As you know, the Alphabet Project was created to strengthen post-war Japan's presence in the world with the view of developing modern weaponry. However, the 21st century is now just around the corner. In this day and age, we must put the past behind us and start looking forward to a new world.
He meant exactly what he said. Japan has already put the past behind us. It's cutting off its ties to the ghosts that wish to resurrect the militaristic might of the pre-war era.
It's been 40 years since the end of the war, and we've contributed to the world in various peaceful ways. We have a strong alliance with the United States, and our nation has established its position in world affairs going on. We have kept our promise to forever renounce war and nuclear weapons, and we are known as a nation of peace. In this coming century, our presence and influence will grow even larger.
Sorry, nosy. The Alphabet Project, the main sponsor of the Irie Institute, a group of people who want to develop a weapon that would act as a deterrent to the nuclear weapons which Japan is forbidden to own. So they've come to the Irie Institute, its branch organizations, tell us Japan has now renounced nuclear arms. So the Irie Institute will be facing a strong, cold headwind from now on. The roll of the die that came up with one on that stormy day has reappeared. I won't let the result of a die affect me. Power of my will won't be beaten by some god's roll of the dice.
I think it's multiple government officials.
And I'll do this one. Therefore, we are going to restructure the Alphabet Project to one that's more suitable for this day and age. The new Alphabet Project will be tasked with figuring out the best way for this country to achieve a larger presence in world affairs and not for militaristic means. Through peaceful measures, international trade, economic development, and all that liberal shit.
All of the people who hold tremendous influence in the politics and economy of Japan were born before the war, so naturally they want to gain the glory of pre-war Japan. The very idea that we can win next time, research the new bomb that defeated us, is itself a specter of the war. No, everyone already realized that. It's just that no one could speak out against the grandstanding elders they owed their gratitude towards. Pathetic. Soon the old will wither away and the new generation will take control. Uncle Koizumi was, in a way, the last remaining pillar for the old generation. His death is a chance for the new generation to step in. Things they couldn't argue openly are now being discussed. Pointed out that from the beginning, the Alphabet Project was created for the personal satisfaction of a small group of people, and it sucked money out of the treasury. So the new generation of politicians have taken over from the old.
You want me to do this one too?
Yes, please.
Sure. Therefore, everything the Alphabet Project was sponsoring will have to be reviewed. Of course, the Iria Institute is one of those subsidiaries. Hopefully you'll understand and respond amicably.
I understand. We can't do research without our sponsors, after all. We'll give you our full cooperation.
UDA responded appropriately, but he's obviously bewildered. Best equipment and staff are being provided to the UDA Institute. In other words, our research requires a huge amount of money. Those with no interest in Hinamizawa syndrome, they probably won't be able to understand why that much money is being put into the research of disgusting parasites. If they're simply going to revise our budget, that would be fine. We're receiving more than enough money. That would naturally be adjusted. It hurts, but we can endure. That's what I thought. If just enduring was enough, it wouldn't be a 1 on the die. Pardon me. Sorry, I have RC Cola to my left.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
even in that sense, this is definitely a roll of a die coming up as 1. To roll out.
Rabbit.
Roll out.
Rabbit. Oh, he's gone. Alright, somebody take over.
Anyway, new board of directors was inaugurated back in April. Outline their new policies for all projects. For more details, please look for the papers I'll be handing out.
These papers were then passed around. Started to go over details, but I read through quickly so I could learn about that stupid decision first. I'm not salty.
The Iria Institute has made great headway in uncovering the mystery of the Hinamizawa syndrome, as well as creating a cure for the disease. The board of directors is extremely pleased. We recognize this is due to the unceasing efforts of Director Irie and all the staff of the Irie Institute.
Where is my name on that, you bitch?
Thank you.
Even while he received the congratulations, a tense atmosphere surrounded me and Irie. It's customary to start the conversation in the opposite way you're planning to take it before devolving into your own main point to convey. If the main issue is something good, then start with something bad. Or vice versa.
Oh, yeah. The Iria Institute has 2 intentions. The Iria Institute has 2 intentions. One was to study the disease, hopefully find a cure. The other was to find and research the possibility of utilizing the disease for military applications. The board of directors has decided to put a stop to the latter immediately. In this day and age, researching bioweapons is a Achilles heel for Japan. Iria Institute must cease all related research and destroy any results.
We don't want another Raccoon City now, do we?
I understand.
I was trying to do.
I will comply.
Irie replied with that immediately. Irie was assertive about finding a cure, but was never even remotely interested in researching the disease's use for military purposes. So I'm sure he has no qualms about concurring with such demands. But I don't disagree. I don't agree. Because our research will be more limited if we're just trying to find a cure. To me, finding that cure is simply a byproduct of the larger goal of discovering everything about the syndrome.
Also, regarding the Iria Institute, we've decided to have you wrap up your work within the next 3 years. Budget will decrease gradually as well.
Wait, please. We've only recently figured out anything about the syndrome, and there's more that we have to learn in order to create a better cure. We're making progress, but I can't guarantee we'll come up with a complete cure within 3 years.
It's the understanding of the board that the Irie Institute has already completed enough research to develop a cure. The Irie Institute already has completed the C117 vaccine and has a great deal of clinical data.
No, it's not even close to being completed. It's still only a prototype. We're being able to see a cure from all the villagers. Debating the end of our research at this stage can only be described as absolutely, positively reckless.
I'm surprised that Irie objected. Thanks to him, I didn't have to say anything. But if Irie hadn't objected, I'm sure I would have shrieked in protest.
In other words, the Irie Institute is not yet capable of curing all the people who are infected or to fully eradicate the syndrome. Is that correct?
Oh my god, with this roundabout bullshit!
Yes, of course. Curing all the villagers and eradicating the syndrome are possible in the future, and that's our ultimate goal. But I need more time, and of course funding to do that. Our job is to investigate, find a practice that works, and establish it as a product. This isn't a job where you can follow a blueprint to create something with certainty in a set time frame. So you'll avoid following that misconception.
I guess EDA speaks out when he needs to. What he's saying is absolutely correct. Research isn't something guaranteed to produce results with money and time. I disagree with some of the things he said. He's objecting about the time and the money, but he's basically agreeing to limit our research only towards finding a cure for Hinamizawa syndrome. That won't do. You won't unravel any mysteries that way. At that rate, discovery of the Hinamizawa syndrome won't be recognized as your father's great achievement.
See. I think I see your point. The main purpose here is to dispose of the fact that this research was conducted for military purposes. We must forever hide the fact that this research was conducted on a strange disease called Hinamizawa syndrome, as well as hide its existence. You can eradicate the disease without everyone ever learning about it. It will give you the time and funding you require. We'll discuss more about that later. Is this acceptable?
Yes, I have no problem with that.
Please submit a plan and a budget proposal for eradicating the syndrome in secrecy. We'll do our best on our part to approve your proposal.
Thank you. I'll work it out immediately.
Please don't misunderstand that it's our intention to halt that research immediately. We want to see the best possible outcome for your work. Please understand that.
Bitch, what the fuck?
Yes, of course. I understand.
While I was listening to their conversation, I was struck dumbfounded with something they said. Eradicating this syndrome in secrecy. In other words, it would be as though Hinamizawa syndrome never existed. My grandfather's name will never be revered by anyone. Sound of rustling papers and hushed proceedings filled the meeting room, but I only heard the ticking clock as I clutched my sweating palms.
Okay.
Bitch, what the fuck was just in character? 'Cause there.
I don't know this.
What was that?
Pain.
Yeah, your mic just freaked out and made like a
Your mic
screeching
peaked
noise.
super hard, Con. Holy shit.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
I don't know what that was, but
Your
alright.
fault,
What is-
but
what is
ow,
that
my
sound-
fucking ears.
Why does that sound like that girl saying, "Can I crush your balls?" and then the guy just like peeks his mic after she says that?
Yeah, yeah! Hot Con! Alright, who wants to be a real estate agent?
Okay.
Let's all do it. Unless you want to do it.
Alright, I'll get going.
Free real estate.
I set the line. Okay, I'll get going. Huh?
Did he say it?
Oh,
I said the
Christ.
line.
There we go.
Thank you.
Or are you?
Oh, yeah.
Don't mention it. Come back anytime, okay? Sorry if I sound a little shaky. It's actually just booming thunder here right now, and it's shaking the walls in my room.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Well, concerning.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, if I suddenly lose contact with you guys, it's because this storm is out of control.
Thanks, Virgil.
Not Virgil's fault.
But he's the storm that is approaching.
Provoking. While clouds in isolation.
I thought it was the Baz who was in charge of the storms.
I do
What do you
not feel
think
the
about
coming
it?
storm.
Next
Yeah.
bit, let's go.
Oh, Christ.
Hi, I'm Mom. Hey, Uncle Hiroshi. Long time no see.
Hey, Mion-chan. You going home? I have to give my clients a ride.
Ride. Ah, you're talking about your realtor business, huh?
The Sonozaki family is one of the largest landowners here in Hinamizawa area. The Hinamizawa area, fuck. However, since all the land is out here in the countryside, she ends up sitting there. Recently, the land owned by the Sonozaki family was put on sale in lots. At the family meeting, some of our relatives opposed the idea by saying we shouldn't sell off land.
Oh, I think this is...
Oh yeah, that's
Neon
probably
talking.
me ongoing. Go ahead.
What's up? It does. At the family meeting, some of our relatives opposed the idea by saying we shouldn't sell off the land that was handed down from our ancestors. But Granny snapped and shut them right up. Some of the unused fields were made into vacant lots and released for public sale. Actually, I had some questions about it too. The Sonozaki family is very wealthy. Not gonna lie, we make bank. We have plenty of land as well as money. So why did we have to sell it off? What's more surprising to me is that Granny was the one who came up with the idea. I would have thought she'd get furious if someone even mentioned something like that.
Okay, if you ever need the near the stations, be sure to drop by. I'll treat you to the cup of barley tea.
Sure, thank you very much. Oh, how's your business going?
Oops, I didn't mean to go live. How do I stop us?
You don't.
I'm sure there are actual city folks who are interested. It must be those. Wait, how do you say that word?
Nouveau riche.
Nouveau riche types who live in the big city, yet also want a house in the countryside, you know?
Well, I guess some people are curious.
There's one family seeking to move here, not to purchase a villa, of course. He said he wants to build a studio, so he must be some artist of some sort.
Oh! That's great! Hope he doesn't draw weird shit.
I've got to look at his work. It's the good stuff. Oh gosh.
Have you heard of what his son does with a BB gun?
I love how like the real estate agent was all like, "I've seen his work. Oh gosh," and just nutted. Just the mere thought of this man's work just came his whole fucking cock.
I didn't know the
I'm not
combination
gonna lie, that
of
would've been a pretty
actual
good bit.
dialogue and what I just ad-libbed would just make something that nefarious.
Wait, that wasn't an ad lib?
Oh gosh was something that he said.
Oh gosh, he's right there
The
in the line!
Dozuchi joke was,
Hold on. I'm in a game. Hold on.
Wait, I wasn't.
Oh,
I can't
God.
find out. What was the joke?
I better go now. Yeah.
Supposedly he planned a tour to show them the lots, and he's the one driving the bus. Hope he doesn't throw them under it. It should be about time for the tour and explanations to end. He left in a hurry. Hey, can I ask you something? Why did you want to sell our land? You don't like newcomers. It's the most ungranny thing you've ever done since that other kid had a BB gun. I don't like newcomers, and I don't like big city people either. The village needs them. Ventilating a room. Is it good for the village to have new people move in? This is a wonderful village. The world is changing quickly. Past a very small change took 10 or even 20 years to happen. It was such a quiet and changeable village. Well, that's rural life for you, Granny. In this village, nothing is different from yesterday and today. Too boring for me, though. But you made a friend, didn't you? And Ryugu-chan moved here, and you got along great. You told me you were happy that you had a friend your age. Yeah? Making friends unexpectedly is fun. I remember you saying that school is boring when Bena-chan is absent. Do you remember that? Are you saying that's the good thing about letting new people move here? No matter how cold it gets, you still have to ventilate your living space. Otherwise, it gets filled with bad air and you'll suffocate to death. Open the window, even knowing the freezing cold air will come in. Letting outsiders move here is like ventilating the village? Or lets fresh air in and gets rid of bad air like us. If I bring up the Hojo family, I know Granny will explode, so I won't. But I think what Granny is trying to say includes things like their ongoing isolation. Even now, when she remembers about what happened at that explanatory meeting, she gets really upset. I guess even she feels that it needs to come to an end. But of course, she can't just say she'll forgive them, not when she's at this stubborn age. She can't lose face by openly saying they need to be forgiven. Honestly, I think she's behaving like a little schoolgirl who actually likes a person but treats them rudely when they're around. What's that called again? Tsundere? Maybe people really do go back to being children when they get old enough. I'm not just talking about Granny. Same can be said about all of the old people in the village. Ugh. No, maybe I should say the evil around here. Old evil. That must be what she meant by bad air. There's no use circulating the air in a closed room. Unless you open the windows and let the fresh air in, the room and the air in the room won't be purified. You don't know if there's actually going to be people moving here. But don't you think you're expecting too much from whoever does? Rena-chan moving here changed you, Mion. Whoever moves here will change this village. Even if he's a total pervert. If possible, I hope some young and energetic people, charisma to lead, will appear. We need to be the ones to put us old people away into heaven. Think of that what you will. Are you thinking about Gramps? Damn you, nobody's thinking about him. Dick bastard. Here, have the housekeeper put away the tea set on the veranda. Okay. I will. Don't let your old granny panties get in a twist. Yawn. Satoshi Hojo disappeared. Who came to me? Yeah, I guess I did. Is what woke woke me. What woke me up? This problem with the Hojo family. We can't just let time take care of it. We have to take care of it ourselves as soon as possible. But you can't do it yourself. Oh, you're going to have an outsider take care of it? That's the best I can do. No matter how bad your hand is, the next card can change the flow of the game. Well, maybe it's a good idea to draw cards from the stack. Our generation will be a new wind. That new wind come from the outside. You'll be the wind from the inside. Both winds create a gale. It will blow away the stale air from the fridge, like a massive fart. That's the epitome of leaving your problems to others. You're the one who started the fire, and you're trying to have your grandchild take care of it? Oh, don't say that. I need to. As the new leader of the Somozaki family, bring the new wind into the village. You're saying that it's my job as your successor. Please. Mion. I'm too old. The only thing I can do now is to be despised by people. Wind chimes sounded quiet. Sounded quietly. Fuck. Maybe that's a sign to let us know how a cool breeze is on the way.
Okay, I have some fucking problems with this.
So
Air it out, dude.
she just had like a strange premonition. I'm not gonna deal with this problem, but I know for a fact somebody will come here eventually and solve the problem for me.
I have such a huge problem with this, because, like, literally, you could have fucking solved it, but you chose to be a stubborn bitch about it, you motherfucker!
She is such a virago.
Or you confirmed bastard.
Literally, you could have stopped child abuse from happening again, but you waited because you were like, I feel like some dumb fuck weirdo from the city will come in and save the day. I go, or you're fucking leader of a borderline Yakuza gang.
Borderline?
Like, you have the ability, and you didn't.
Okay, Joshi.
Think, Mark!
Hey, Joshi. March. You guys may hate me for this. Hear me out. There actually is a little bit of understanding behind Oryu, because as explained in Chapter 7, even if she did say that, hey, the fight is over, we can start going ahead and be nice to the Hojos, nobody would take her seriously, and they'd still be super pissed.
Like...
But then why didn't she say exactly that?
Because it's hidden behind the metaphor. Plus, it takes a fuck ton of years for people to change their mind on something, even when it's proven wrong.
Well, isn't this, like, literally, at best, a year?
This is literally a year's time.
Like, my main issue is that, like, Oryu's supposed to be set up as, like, this Yakuza who has major influence, right? But, like, what's the point of that influence if, like, no one listens? Like, she admits to being like, yeah, we killed them. That was totally us, fear us. But, like... Think, Mark, think!
Hold on a second. It's best? It's Oryu being a little more human, and it's setting up for characters. It's worst? It's a giant fucking plot hole into what exactly happened and how it happened for Keiichi to move here.
Fair point.
It sounds like he wanted a justification for why she changed her mind, but you really didn't need that. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it turns into a problem with the plot.
Mm-hmm.
And with her character in general.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways. Hey, maybe we should wrap up for now. I don't think you're in the mood today.
Eh? That's not true. Sorry if I gave you that impression.
I'm sorry, it's
Watch
just
my resting bitch face.
It's just your face is so angular and crooked.
It's called resting bitch face, Mark.
As I say, her face, it's so resting and bitch-like.
Takano-san's been looking through the viewfinder, but I haven't seen her push the shutter at all. Well, she came along. I don't think she's in the mood for birdwatching. Takano-san's been depressed ever since that announcement of the new policies at the board meeting the other day. It's understandable. The Irie Institute was created by her in the first place. It was created so that she could devote her life to researching Hinamizawa syndrome. For all it to be tossed aside while being able to wrap up work within a few years. Of course she's depressed. Besides, she can't even fully spend the rest of her time left on research. Their funding was being cut in stages. By the end, they'll barely be able to finish closing up, let alone research anything. Rather, she's the granddaughter of the late Dr. Takano. Her determination to finish her grandfather's research is what kept her going until today. Everything had been going so smoothly until recently. The sudden change in the wind's direction must have been a total shock.
The wind again.
God, all this wind everywhere!
Any way the wind blows. Doesn't really matter to me.
Shit, the people pulling the strings must be serious. The board of directors was completely changed out. Sure, the people had projects influenced by the Koizumi faction were being restructured to set an example. The wind's new direction seems likely to remain for a long time. It's highly unlikely that the Koizumi faction will come back into power. So no matter what we say, it's almost impossible to expect that same kind of support from them.
Isn't there something we can do?
Takano-san muttered. Unfortunately, there isn't. There's nothing anybody can do. At first, the board talked about halting the research immediately. After lots of convincing, they finally agreed to make it a gradual suspension over a few years. People who helped us when the Irie Institute were first created are the ones who managed that.
I see. And it looks like the worst case scenario. It's actually somebody else's hard-earned victory, huh?
Here's what she looks like in other ones. Oh, just angry.
Man, now those are some. She got some real chompers in OG.
Yeah, Joshy?
Look at those chompers, holy shit! That's giving Battler's Fang a run for his money.
That looks like the no, you can't just post this, and it just has like the one guy to the right going, haha, train go boom.
Wait, you guys are looking at her teeth?
Yeah, teeth are attractive.
Yeah,
I'm looking at her
I
hands.
was looking at something else.
that should look like the battle pass.
Oh my
Well,
god,
no,
look at
it
her
wasn't
hands.
like I was just
Look at her
surprised at the fang she was kind of showing in that.
Look
But
at
it
her
wasn't me
PS3
actually being
hands.
horny this time.
Square fingers.
Oh yeah, she has like PS1 hands where it's like a texture on top of her
Minecraft?
cube.
got those
Steve,
got those
Minecraft.
swingers.
One sec. No,
Like,
Yeah,
even
no,
if you
no,
look at
no.
the normal, right, her
Why'd
fingers.
Why'd they get rid of the sash? What the fuck? That's integral to her design.
They got rid of, I won't lie, I think the PS3
The
spray
light
at
bulb.
Takano is a little bit weak in terms of
Yeah,
the
it's
clothing.
really fucking plain looking.
You can judge an artist, like how like amazing an artist is by their hands.
Well, like,
Like
the
even if you
fucking,
look at their new hands, they're still a little wonky looking.
So how about Ryukishi's hands, huh?
So
I
what
love
you're saying,
Rikishi's
Bone,
hands, they're the best.
is Rockstar Games are terrible at the craft.
Yes.
fucking, what was it? It's kind of fucky wucky because this isn't like, I don't think, because this is Alchemist for the PS3 sprite,
is
similar to how
Alchemist,
Umineko for PS3 is also Alchemist. Like, it's a bit of a fucky wucky because I tried looking up a singular artist from Alchemist and I couldn't find one. So I don't know whether or not multiple people just worked on this, but like, yeah.
At any rate, 3 years was the best I could do. I tried too, you know. Use your data to try to explain to the board how important this research is.
Only 3 more years, huh?
Maybe Takano-san doesn't understand how hard I tried to convince them. But what you just said tells me that the length of time left really doesn't matter to her. The important thing is that her research is being stopped. The fact that I couldn't meet her expectations and made her feel disappointed. As a man, it kinda hurts. The best I can do at this point is route as much funding as possible towards the research so that you can work to your heart's content. The years we have left. Sorry, I can't do anything else.
That's okay. If that's the best you can do, I'm very happy.
Her words hurt me. I wish she was in different ones. but I think that would be asking too much for someone so heartbroken. I know for a fact she's gonna murder me later. I must be understanding of her pain at a time like this. Besides, I know how close she was to the deceased Koizumi-sensei. She even called him uncle. To her, his death is not just the start of a coup, or change in direction. She lost the person who was always looking after her. No matter how hard she pushed herself to act villainous, she wasn't supposed to be part of this world. Just an ordinary woman. She was intrigued by Hinamizawa syndrome. She had to find help from someone who was more powerful than her to be able to continue research on it. The dark side of this world, the world that she would have gotten involved in, extended its hands out to her. She was all by herself in that world. Still trying to put on a brave face. Sure, Takano-san thinks I'm unreliable. And a liability. Realistically, I'm not the kind of person who can meet her expectations. Nor do I have the power to. I'm also expendable. Least I can do for her. Stay sincere and remain her ally until the very end. Since she had so much room to act, it's hard for her to determine what actions to take when she's cornered. I want to believe that she wouldn't, but I'm concerned that she might do something drastic eventually. I hope I could be of help to her in that very final moment before she makes her move. But I can't even gain enough trust from her to do that. How pitiful and pathetic. Of course, part of it is, as a man, I want her to rely on me. But that's not really it. She's been abandoned in this world and is all alone. Someone has to be her ally. I'm the only one who knows about that. Being her ally is my job. I know her too well. To know that she'll never ask for help. Each as is necessary, someone has to be with her. I know that. Or let's just go killing people again. Ugh. I don't really think I'm suited for that job. There are many reliable people out there who are more appropriate for the position than me. But I can't let her be alone until that person appears. Takano-san, I know I'm pathetic and unreliable.
You are. What's this all of a sudden? What is it, Jiro-san?
But they could be of help to you. So,
Thank you. I don't believe that talking to people helps you feel better. Sorry. Though I'm happy to hear that you're concerned. I really am.
Okay, that's fine. I'll always be by your side. Please, believe that, okay?
Of course, I will. If you think of a good idea to convince the board, please let me know. Okay?
Sure. I'll do my best. Why is it? I know she's such a strong person, and there's nothing someone like me can do for her. But somehow, I feel she needs help and support right now. And a lot of army men. She looks as tough as ever. But only I, who's been taking pictures of her all this time, can tell. A viewfinder, after all. Also a window to look into someone's heart. If I do something like that, she'll tease me again. I won't. Anyway, never thought she needed support more strong than I do right now. Man, Tomitaka got it so fucking rough. I feel so bad for him.
Dude, he is simping so hard for her
Tomatake
right now.
is like, I can fix you though, I'm built
This
different.
dude is so down bad.
Man!
Hey, digital.
You see, this is where Tomataki would fail and I would succeed.
What did I do?
I'd simply change her.
I'm just
I'm
just
simply
saying,
built different from Tomataki.
I'm just saying, if Norman Reedus was in Hinamizawa, this would have never happened.
He would have simply delivered the vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nikolai Kobayashi would never have let this happen.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're on 36. Or 38. 38, fuck.
38.
Number
5.
Number 5 over here. Preview for a line.
Number
Hey,
5.
it's her!
Finally! We've
Number
reached
Wait.
Aren't you supposed to be the protagonist of this story? Yeah?
Fuck, which one is talking?
Let's find out.
I'm gonna say Rika.
I don't know what to do.
This fucking. Oh, okay.
Oh,
hey!
what?
Oh, it's the dad. Yes, we're doing the fragments in order. My name is Ichiro Maibara, and I am hopelessly lost. I came to Hinamizawa on a tour to find a lot for a vacation home. The realtor finally finished explaining some details. Told us to take a walk until the departure time. Such a beautiful scenery and fresh air. I let my senses guide me, and here I am. Where am I? I still have a little time before the departure, but I am completely lost. This is basically the middle of nowhere. People actually do live here. If I keep walking, I should run into somebody. Then I can ask for directions. Don't worry. The only thing I need to keep in mind is the departure time for the bullet train. The more time passes, the worse I think I was being too optimistic about running into somebody. Because I can't find anybody at all. Maybe I'm walking farther and farther away from where the people are. In which case, I'm in serious trouble. So upon hearing someone's voice, I felt immensely relieved. I felt like little girls are playing nearby. It's a place where little kids can play. It must be a safe village. I followed those voices. Oh, wow. Upon rounding the wild pampas grass, I can see a beautiful field. 2 girls are playing there. They're dancing in the field with blooming wildflowers. What I'm seeing is more beautiful than all the great work of art I've ever seen put together. Maybe I'm exaggerating, but this looks a little holier than any religious painting. Why is it that seeing innocent girls dance around like this makes people feel this way? That's really
That's on film!
That out of context.
That sounds bad. Oh my god.
It's probably because we're sinners!
Like Father, like Kuma.
Wee woo.
You can't live with pleasure and glory alone. We sin, even as we live. So I feel awed by the sight of innocence. Reminds us of the time when we were pure. We grew up naturally. We lose innocence as we do. We admire and adore the children who symbolize that which we've lost.
It's a suspicious person who's mumbling some weird stuff over there.
So true, Queen.
Rika, that's not a suspicious person.
I don't know about that.
That's the Prime Minister.
Sorry. I'm not suspicious. I don't play hit video game Amogus.
You've been staring at my chest and leg.
God
damn it!
The return! The return of Ryukishi.
I am glad that Keiichi is a guy, because boy, if this guy had a daughter, I'd have a bad feeling about that.
I'm so...
Wait, dude, it's all going on.
We thought we wouldn't get horny, but we got horny.
Nipa!
Nipa.
I was about to say a different N word.
Alright.
This isn't a Nipa moment anymore.
No,
I'm
not. Don't turn me in. I really wasn't staring. I was in this mirror to fix my hair.
Wait, he was actually saying that? Jesus.
Christ alive.
Oh, wait, Keiichi's dad can fucking see fucking
Yeah, I
Hanyu.
guess he can.
Wait, he talked about when he
think
moved here, he saw
it's
2 people.
He's actually seeing and talking to
Yeah, this was
Hanyu.
this is a thing. Like this is a thing fucking ages ago in like Sumihara Boshi.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's like, yeah, when we moved here, I saw two girls, and
Then
I
wait a
guess
second. Wait
I
a
guess he
fucking
just sees
second.
I
Hanyu.
think
There
that
was
it's,
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm.
How is it Keiichi's dad can see Hanyu without any problems?
I think it was optional. Like, I think she just chose to let her.
I have a feeling it might be due to the fact that they're in like a weird like private space and he's an outsider. So I imagine seeing somebody who's the physical incarnation of Yashiro-sama wouldn't really freak anybody out at all.
Either that or Satoko's there.
Also, like, Takano also saw her. I think that she
That or
chooses
her
to help
powers
people.
and is like weak or something? I don't fucking know.
I think it's optional.
I love how the pedophilia almost shadowed this main. Go back to the fucking.
Oh my
ritual.
God!
Her fucking horns hanging off the side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess the screen must have cut off at that point
Nice.
though.
Oh, and,
I love how
like, there's very different degrees of this horn is breaking
they
the
look
fuck
cute.
off.
Oh, I really like the new sprite. She's really cute.
I much prefer the PS3.
Yeah, it's Steam Witness.
It's weird because the PS3 and like the PS3 makes her look like slightly older, but like
around Keiichi's age.
like she's like I said, she's like the same height as Mion and Shion and like Renan. Like she would be around their age.
And then
but like
the anime
OG
make her-
and Steam make her look like she's
And
like,
the anime.
the same age as Rika.
I mean, in all Higurashi meetings, she's about the same age. She's about the same age type as Rika. So, lol.
I mean, they said that Rico was like had growth stunted due to the experiments. So
Okay,
like,
let's keep going. Okay.
Stop staring at these little girls.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it sure sounds interesting. Like father, like son.
What did she mean by this? The girls teased me for a while, but when they got tired of doing that, they went back to dancing around. It wasn't that whatever I said would backfire. I decided to leave them alone and sit down and watch the play. I wondered how old they were. Seemed rather young, but maybe they could be close to Keiichi's age. Move here, Keiichi might meet them at school. If he would see them at school, then they were girls that lived here. All the children in Hinamizawa are like them. Living in a rural life may have some challenges. There is a good reason for us to move here.
Is he actively saying that Keiichi could hit on them?
My son might be surrounded by cute girls.
I think to be fair, I think it's like him thinking like, oh, there may be some good friends that Keiichi can make.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see what?
And also,
I was taking the funny route.
Okay,
I
and
think
they
it was
come to
the
wrong
funny route.
conclusion then. Mea culpa, my fault. Let's continue.
Alright, we're not very good parents. Didn't understand what Keiichi was going through and left him alone until the very end. According to the parenting book I bought, the first few problems are calls for help. What? Why did it take him this long to become funny? It doesn't matter what the action itself is.
Bought a parenting
But
book.
the fact that these actions are occurring is a primitive appeal for the child seeking communication. Humans can speak.
God.
That's one of the reasons why we don't know such signs. We can only hear words through our ears. We can't sense the signs coming from our son's heart. Keiichi probably thinks it's all his fault. Of course, he's not absent of blame. Humans aren't dogs or cats. We should know what's right and what's wrong. But if it's our fault too, as his parents, let him think that he had to go that far for us to be able to understand him is really pathetic and disappointing of us. If we had understood him and hadn't cornered him, Keiichi would have done that. The incidents were only Keiichi's fault. Everyone in the Maibara's family is to blame. I want to explain that to him, but he's still too young and hot-headed to be able to understand. And now the guilt he's feeling is basically crushing him under its weight. He doesn't even have the will to live. My wife is the same. She also hates me. She's blaming herself for forcing him to study for better grades. I think that's why the incidents took place. And I'm no different. Blaming myself for not being involved in my son's education. I think that's why the incident took place. I was too busy drawing questionable pictures of women. This cross will be forever on our shoulders. But the injured child accepts our apologies. Yet our cult society won't let us die under the weight of that cross. It's the Grand Cross that guy from the Castlevania games has. Even so, we have to live. With our sins and carry our burdens on our shoulders. We can start a new life here in this village. But all about that as I watch the girls dance. Keiichi needs friends like them. Why does one of them have a horn? Sounds like those girls will offer him much more than the friends who only talked about cram schools and exam results. Thinking about it, humans as cats and dogs? That gives me an idea! He just starts drawing. Those girls are playing near a sign that doesn't fit into this open field. Sign about lots for sale. The name of the realtor who brought me here for the tour is written on it. Does that mean we can live, even in this beautiful area if we want to? One of the girls spoke as if reading my mind.
This is a wonderful village. You will find lots of things you don't have in a big city.
Yeah, that's right. I think so too.
But I think you'll bring some things from the city to this village that we don't have.
Do we have anything?
Sure you do.
We've lived in this village for hundreds of years just like this. Nobody comes to visit and nothing happens. And so nothing ever changes.
Isn't that what's good about this place?
You would think, but no. Didn't you come here because you wanted to change something?
Yeah, you're right about that.
We want new people to come here too. It's like breaking the dam that keeps the swamp water from flowing out. Water is purified by moving. If it stays motionless, then it's just a swamp. In fact, this village used to be named after a swamp up until the Meiji era. But the name was changed to Hinamizawa. The water in a swamp stagnates because it doesn't flow. But the water in a stream stays fresh. Besides, you all are the ones who will teach us that. That dams can be broken. Should be broken.
Are they playing riddles with me? I didn't like Arkham City that much. I have no idea what they're trying to say. One thing I'd know. The villagers are waiting for new people to come here, and they want to build a future with those newcomers. Look the sign behind those girls one more time. That I remember this place. I've already decided.
Be waiting for you to move here. Aibara.
Oh.
Oh.
AC.
Oh. Oh, there you are! Sir. How did you get this far out?
A raspy voice from the distance ended this innocent moment. It's the realtor. He's been looking for me because I didn't return. Sorry about that. I got lost. I apologized while scratching my head. Trying to look for the girls, but they weren't there anymore. That's really mysterious, but I'm not gonna question it.
Kinda sucks.
We kinda had the
Pocket sand.
feds. I like to think the realtor called the feds and immediately dragged Hanyu and Rika out of the vicinity the moment he turned around.
I heard the instant transmission noise, and suddenly they vanished.
Who's next? Casey
Let's
over
see.
here?
We're at number 39, so properties.
Nice.
Change the fragment number.
We're making our way downtown.
Walking fast.
Walking fast.
Yeah.
We might actually end early because we're only
Faces
at
pass.
11:20.
No, don't enter.
And we are homebound.
Keep going.
Fucking, where's the thing?
Hey, chicks ruined that song for me.
Also, Khan, the way you did Hanyu's ow ows gave me a fucking heart attack. It was so adorable.
Oh shit, I
Okay,
missed it.
39 is on screen 3,
Yep,
and
last one.
hey!
Last one for this one.
Deja vu.
Are you
Have we been in this place before?
Damn it, you beat me to it!
Oh, hey, it's the evil congressman again.
Cap?
Oh, this is the Nazi, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the
Think so,
Nazi.
Go for a cap!
Oh,
Do the funny voice.
sorry, I mean, one sec, I got swallowed. Go. Okay. Hello, Nagagawa-kun. I have to... Long time no see. See ladders lately. You know that. No, not at all.
This is a different guy.
Different guy.
Oh, sorry.
Where's Nakagawa?
I don't know anymore.
Is this a new character?
No, not at all. It's no fun getting old.
You've got to concentrate when you work with clay. If you put it off for a long time, your senses get dull and there's no point.
Sensei, allow me to introduce someone. This is Major Takano.
Very nice to meet you. Thank you for taking it with me today. I truly appreciate it.
I really did make time for you, actually. I was told that I could have some good raw sea urchins. Sea urchins are good for you, did you know? Rich in vitamin A, as they are good for the skin.
Uh-huh.
Women like sea urchins, right?
Is this conversation?
It's true that the urchins are rich in vitamin A, but compared to spinach, it's not anything that's worth making a fuss about.
What?
I heard that from a line.
Let me read that line again.
Oh, wait, what?
However, well, none of that matters right now. Just seems like an innocent man, so I wanted to criticize him. These men are the directors of the Alphabet Project who control the funding for the Irie Institute. And they're total Nazis. There are also people who are in the position of being able to offer their opinions to those directors. Due to the simpler way, they are the new owners of the Irie Institute. Although not as much as Uncle Koizumi was, are also leaders and influencers in various fields. I have to be very careful not to upset them. And therefore, there's no way I would have the ability to call them in. Using the influence that the Koizumi faction once had, I finally managed to get this chance. Koizumi gave me his full support and made everything go my way. He's not here anymore. On my own from this point on, and I will open up a path. This stage doesn't just belong to me today. I can't let the people who offered me this chance lose face. I have to wait patiently until it's my turn. My primary objective today is to explain what a prominent research subject the Hinamizawa syndrome is. Require an indefinite extension for our research. They only ever think about money and what's hidden inside the box, so they're given realizing the hidden potential of Hinamizawa syndrome. Don't recognize that it's worth spending a lot of money on. I need them to shut up and take them. This is not mere research on the existence. I didn't get to finish reading that line, so I'm going to improvise.
Fucking shit. Here.
An unknown parasite, but something that may overthrow the basic foundations of anthropology. A Nobel Prize wouldn't even be enough. It won't be easy trying to explain all that to men who know nothing about any of it, but I have to. That's why I spent many hours making these straightforward support documents. Sometimes we can make documents confusing on purpose because we don't like dealing with uneducated people, but this time it's different. Oh, it's true! Can't look down. Must sincerely try to make them understand. The accessible support documents are there in a huge pile. It feels like we're wasting time eating traditional Japanese food in such a relaxed mood. I want to get to the point and explain to them in detail so they can understand. There is the saying, luck lies in the last helping. I have to be patient right now.
To be frank, I thought the Alphabet Project we've seen wasn't that good. In the end, it's been nothing but a sandbox for the old men with their heads still stuck in the Pacific War. Mine is in the European War. Nothing but a sandbox for those old men to craft their dreams of Imperial Japan's revival with money that isn't theirs. Do you know how much public funding was wasted on those delusions? From what I've heard, there are already prosecutors poking people like Okuno-sensei and trying to pin embezzlement on the old board of directors.
With Congressman. No, wait, no, that's another guy.
Yeah, that's what you get for trying to suck up to those old men. Of course, none of it can be made public, so I guess they'll be held responsible or demoted in another form. This is what the country gets for letting those ghosts of the war run around freely all this time. Boy, these grilled sea urchins are fantastic!
Well, that is harsh. I realize it's extremely difficult to ask of you all when you feel that way, but you might have a moment of your time.
You're right from the Irie Institute, aren't you? Your research is some kind of local disease in Nagano or Gifu, right? What's going on down there?
The board has decided to halt the research for military applications. The research project itself is to wrap up within 3 years as well. Oh no, sorry, that's still being discussed. I realize I'm becoming Irish, fuck me. Anywho, our work is still scheduled to be shut down within a few years.
Ah, yes! I remember now. The Irie Institute had a bad reputation even amongst the old board of directors. After all, it sucked up huge funds with barely any inspections. Like my college roommate. I don't know why, but someone high up kept pushing it for some reason. Because of that, no one could really say anything about it, and it was left alone. But you know, that guy loved to flirt around with women, so maybe that had something to do with it.
Is he implying that I slept with Uncle Koizumi?
No, I slept with him.
He's insulting both of us. I held my anger in. I can't let myself be bothered by something like this. Anyway, today I would like to explain to you the details of our Institute's research and ask you to reconsider your decision. I truly appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to attend this meeting today.
Well, I guess they don't give out free sea urchins for nothing.
And shove the sea urchins up your ass.
Oh, please.
Explain to them how much the...
What the fuck is going on?
Wait, why are you laughing?
I was doing a bit with Intakino's voice, and the way Cap responded is just funny to me.
I was clipping a thing.
Okay. Explain to them how much the Hinamizawa syndrome mattered while being careful not to go too fast. Try to let them know that the syndrome's potential is not limited to small things like military applications. It is much more meaningful than that. May explain ideology and religion. May even shake the very definition of a human being. I took my time to explain as slowly and clearly as possible. I'm not confident that all of it got through these boorish men, but I'm happy if they understood even just a part of it. As long as they understand how much of a magnificent discovery Hinamizawa syndrome really is.
Thank you, Major. I see. We would like to discuss this among ourselves, so could you please excuse yourself?
Yes. Thank you. Obviously, they can't discuss in front of me. I left all the documents with them. All I could do now was hope they reviewed them favorably. I left the room and closed the sliding door. Next door is a preparation room, so I was to head there. But I stopped. I shouldn't have done it. I tried to listen in through the sliding door.
Well, I don't know what to say. I feel sorry for everyone on the previous board of directors.
I know how you feel. Koizumi-sensei pushed this so strongly.
I met him once before, when he became founding director of XX Pharmaceuticals. He seemed like a very intelligent person to me. I guess you just can't win against age! It makes you realize how important it is for humans to know when to pull out.
But this is fact that there's a very rare disease called Hinamizawa syndrome really exists. Not everything is a delusion.
I hear the Irie Institute has already succeeded in identifying the disease and developing a treatment. Isn't that enough? In modern Japan, we have to be careful with things that might make neighboring countries nervous. And military-related issues are the most sensitive ones. So at the very least, we must erase the fact that research for military purposes has been going on for the past few years immediately.
That's separate from simply discontinuing the military research, then?
Yes. Even if we stopped it immediately, the fact that this Hidemizawa syndrome was being researched in order to create a biological weapon remains. We should hide the fact that no matter what purpose the research ends up being used for, if possible, it would be best if Hidemizawa syndrome just disappears. That's true. I'm talking to myself now. Fuck it. If the disease remains, then sooner or later someone will become curious about it and dig up the hole we filled. I think we should follow the decision of the board of directors, and as soon as the Irie Institute eradicates the disease, we should have them destroy all evidence of their work before disbanding. I guess that was the best. It's not even a matter of a Nobel Prize. It's just useless for post-war Japan. Besides, this disease has existed for hundreds of years, right? And we've made it this far without problems. From the start, I thought this amounted to little more than just poking around in the bushes. Me too. I believe that too, Danson. I don't doubt the existence of the syndrome, but Dr. Takano, who discovered this disease, is exaggerating more than a little. He has quite a unique interpretation of things. And whatever. First of all, I've never heard of a parasite that's capable of controlling people's thoughts. Not since Dr. Straub died. It's just too much. If we tried to explain religions with this, then Buddha, Christ, there really are all those people would be, what was this again? Queen carriers? If we tried exposing something like this, we'd be attacked by every nation on the planet. Religion is pretty scary nowadays. If there are parasites that live in animal brains, then I guess we can say there are parasites that live in human brains as well. I have several of my own, but for them to control human thoughts, it's hard to laugh. That's a bit too unique, you know.
As I peeked in through the gape in the sliding door, I became trapped within an unbelievable sense of deja vu. This is the first time experiencing this. It doesn't feel that way. I don't know why. The memory is so sad and painful. Why? Years before I realized it, I saw a very nostalgic carpeted room on the other side of the sliding door. Of a room covered in tatami mats. The room is filled with the smell of dust, mixed with the smell of some evaporated medicine. It's very soothing to me just the same. And there is my grandfather. This article that he poured his heart into was made a mockery of. Yet he wasn't even allowed to cry. This isn't a delusion. Because within the documents I left those men, there were a lot of references to the article my grandfather wrote. I'm not surprised for my grandfather to be standing right there explaining it to them himself. Together with my tears from seeing the sight of my beloved grandfather, I watched these men insult and belittle his masterpiece. I have seen this sight before. The sight should have ended there. Why is it repeating before my eyes? I can only blankly peek through the sliding door, this strange world where reality and illusion overlap.
Oh jeez, the major is a little strange. And Koizumi Sensei, who believed in something as ridiculous as this, is a little strange too. But the strangest one of all is the first.
Oh, you might cut out of it.
God damn it.
Oh, we can hear you again.
Oh, damn it. But the strangest one of all is the one who personally wrote this article in the first place. That I read it.
Here, I'll
It blends
here,
to.
to lighten your load a little bit. I'll bring back another congressman. It blends together
Okay.
expectations and delusions and looks more like a fiction thesis. I think this will be a big hit once it gets published, you know.
You're absolutely right. This is a third congressman. I have a friend who's the head of a publishing company. I bet he'll love this. God, I'm choking. This is not a laughing matter, gentlemen. A huge amount of money was poured into this over the last few years. The worst thing is that the villagers, in case of an emergency, has already been procured. Don't ask where I got gas from. Our people must never learn about this. For such a plan to exist is scary enough, but if people find out about this equipment, the whole country will turn against us. On top of that, the cost of maintaining this equipment is enormous.
Kermit the Frog.
You don't really think it's being maintained, do you? Surely this whole project is some kind of money laundering scheme. What do they say anyway? If one girl dies, the whole village will go crazy at once? What kind of comic book is this?
Exactly. Someone actually believed such a childish story and put a huge amount of money into it. Now that's crazy. What's truly ridiculous is that someone actually took these documents seriously.
He said that. The document down with an exaggerated gesture. Actually, we should say he slammed them down. Because the papers ended up scattered all over the floor.
You're too right. Excuse me. Use the bathroom.
One of the men stood up, stepped on the papers. And they weren't the papers on the tatami mats, the ones on the carpet. Right there, see my grandfather filled with heart-rending sadness. Yet, can't let it show on his face. Grandfather's expression didn't change. Yet, it seems disordered to me. I could see the walls of my grandfather's study crumpling and twisting behind him. Jumped into the room. Grabbed onto the man's legs. Don't hate him. Not whether I hate him. I'm sure I hate him, but that's not it. Just can't forgive the feet stepping on my grandfather's article. Don't step on them. Grandpa wrote these. Please don't step on them.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Those feet are still stepping on the papers. I tried to make them move. They won't even budge, as though they've grown roots.
Almost as if a little girl's grabbing onto him.
So I begged as I grabbed onto his legs. I tried to pull the papers from under his feet. I can't move his feet. I can't pull out the papers. Don't step on them. Don't step on them. Grandpa's. Don't step on them. Sobbing echoed in that silent room. Just like it did back then.
Hey.
Talking over it to a child in front of a bunch of grown men.
Bruh.
I was literally about to ad-lib a line that I knew would have made everyone here go, wah.
Don't tread on my papers.
Don't step on me.
Please, no, Sweppy.
I guess that was the 40th?
No, next is the
No
40th.
steppy on Snake.
Oh, damn. We're almost, next session we're finishing this. Fucking, thank God.
You know there's 52 of these, right?
What? 50? I thought there was 50!
There's 52.
Hold the fuck out!
We're literally doing this in a certain order so we can get to 52.
I will say this in a character's voice so it adds further insult. Ryukishi, you hack!
Alright. right
Wait,
here.
we're done, right?
No,
Or we keep going?
we have to read 40. Keiichi Maibara.
All right.
I'm Star Wars.
This is the school? Yeesh, this really is the sticks. Keiichi, don't say stuff like that. People in this area love coming here. This is my first impression of the Hinamizawa branch school. No matter how I look at it, it doesn't look like a school at all. Here's a sign that says Hinamizawa Forestry Service.
You're right. We're borrowing the building from the Forestry Service.
Ew, poor people. Said the man they called the principal as he laughed heartily.
Although it doesn't look like it, it is in fact a school. Rules may be a little different from the ones you went to previously, though. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Don't say I look like someone from Melty Blood or I will melt your face with curry. Deal?
Okay, CL.
You know, CL liked curry too. I heard all the grades were put into the same classroom at this school. I didn't believe it, but I think it's really true. You're all younger than I am, so I guess it'll be like kindergarten. Though it'll be interesting compared to my previous school where everyone looked the same age.
If you transfer here, you will be the oldest boy in the class. So you'll have to be a good role model for the younger students. Younger students have the tendency to copy bad habits from the older ones. I'll be keeping my eyes on you too to make sure you are aware of that, okay?
I understand. I'll do my best. Keiichi! Well, she means that textbooks are the only thing you learn from. Remember this class, and also as an older student, you have to be a good example. I know that already. It sounded like fucking... it sounded like, what's his name? Not a Dragon Ball character.
Piccolo?
Yeah, no, I was trying to
Yajirobe?
do...
Shinkai?
I was trying to do...
Yajirobe?
That was Krillin. It turned into Krillin a little bit.
Oh.
This is the reason I go to therapy.
After that, Jason had brought us to the empty classroom and showed me where my desk would be. Since we're all still growing, I'm sure our sizes are very different. There are some desks that are way too small for me to even put my legs under. While some they're just perfect for me. There are approximately 30 desks in here. Since all the different grades are in the same room, I'm sure it's very lively. Oh god. Also a full wall of calligraphy and art from different grades. Well, pretty exciting. Unlike my previous school. Those are the days where I truly enjoyed my school life. Dad, I like it here. I like the school better than the other one in the town. I think my son likes it here. I want him to go to this school too.
I see. School in Okinomiya has more resources and better teachers, though.
Even while saying that, Chie-sensei looked happy to hear that a new student would be transferring into her class. Rather than teachers went back to the teacher's office to get the transfer process going. In the meantime, I decided to stay in the classroom and look around. I didn't care about the move. I lost the will to live because of what I did. Didn't have any willpower and I couldn't even get out of bed. My parents told me about the move. But this wouldn't change anything. After the move, something did change. I want to restart my life. I want to restart my life and become someone I've always wanted to be. You're in Hinamizawa and at this school, I can do that. I'm not going back to who I was. I'll never again think that the good grades are the most important thing in the world. I feel like I can learn the things that are really important in life here at this school. I never had the chance to learn them before now. It was embarrassing to put into words. They're extremely valuable things. If you don't learn them, you won't become a decent adult. Students at this school learned them a long time ago. To them, they're given. And I have to spend time learning about them even at this age. How to make friends. How to play with friends. To play. Things you only learn from play. Things like socializing with others. Etc. Etc. Seems so easy. But it took me a while to learn them. Pushed those things aside and devoted myself to studying. I'm not trying to say studying isn't important. You shouldn't become blinded by it. When studying and good grades are the most important things in life, he's talking bullshit! I can restart my life here at this school. Finally, I can become someone I've always wanted to be. Ellipses. Those two girls looking at me through the window. The school must be a playground for these children because I saw a lot of them playing there earlier. Those who noticed me walking around the classroom became curious. I guess that's natural. I'm a stranger to them. I say hello and let them know that I'm starting school next Monday?
Finally! I've been waiting for so long.
Oh.
This will change things. Because Keiichi is the 6th on the die! Yes, he is, but if his die rolls one far too often... That's not Keiichi's fault, though. It's all your fault, Hanyu.
So true.
So true.
Of you. Apologize to Keiichi.
Eh? You know my name? She said my name, didn't she? Did I hear her wrong? I've never met her before.
Good there!
You gotta stop that shit, Robu, goddamn.
My fucking heart!
It's too powerful.
Oh no, he's having a heart attack.
Yes!
Having a knee
Make
heart
sure you
attack.
build the research beds in order to learn new tech and crafts.
And to think after this episode, you're never gonna hear it again.
Wait, what?
After this episode, you're never gonna hear it again.
What?
Wait, I didn't read the other line.
Oh, goddammit.
Are you a new student?
Eh? Nice to meet you. I'm Keiichi Maibara. Starting next Monday. Take care of me, okay?
Sure thing! Here is a message for you, Keiichi, from the Shrine Maiden of the Furude Shrine.
I haven't said my name yet.
On your first day, be careful when you come through the door to the classroom. Also, there will be a thumbtack on the back of your chair. There will be a toy frog in your desk, too.
But even with this warning, you fall for it again and again. Our Monday is going to be disastrous. Keiichi.
That's why it's fun. Don't you try overcoming that fate sometime? You'll be the one to teach us that. In one of the many worlds, right?
Huh? What the fuck you talking about? We're reminded of the prophecy made by the two girls next Monday, because of the actions of a snaggletooth girl. I realize it too late though, but I like it here. My name is Keiichi Maibara, and I'm gonna change the world. This is my new beginning. This time, I'm gonna enjoy it to the fullest. Missing out on so much. I'm gonna learn all those things here today. I'm gonna absorb all of it. Like it's what I've always wanted to become. It may take a very long time, but I'll definitely do it. Also, who's that girl with the horns? What the fuck is going on?
I just realized something fucking huge.
Uh-huh.
What's that?
Hanyu's actually physically there this time.
Oh shit, you're right!
Yeah, like I
So
said, I think it's optional.
Basically, the ending of the last episode was literally them wishing hard enough and getting Hanyu to exist in real life.
Oh, what's
Yeah,
that? I
Hanyu
figured it was just
exists.
they're like her
Hanyu is
own.
real life.
Yeah, if you pay close attention, you'll notice that her active camo setting is no longer labeled as poor, it's labeled as off.
Hanyu live! Wait, are we actually getting into
Yeah, yes, we're getting into instant. We're
Sorry,
getting to
what are you
an,
talking about?
a raw sea urchin and vitamin A are required. A big teddy bear is required, and she needs moral support.
I swear to God, if the congressman shows up again, one of you fuckers can take him. I'm not doing him right now. I'm eating.
Yeah, I
So
guess
you're
that's
looking
fine.
for someone who can do that.
You did an awesome job, but you really need some water for that amount of roughness on your throat.
What the fuck is Hinatsubushi?
Akasaka's chapter.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it is. Onikakushi, Tsumi Horoboshi, Watanagashi, Meikashi, Katarigoroshi. Yeah. And then a fragment of
Inagoro.
of the two that were actually.
Suribayashi.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
What are these fragments? How do we get these?
So for the
Get
record.
to 50.
Wait, go to the car one.
Here, hold on.
Hover your mouse over the car
Oh yeah, the
one.
car one is next.
What's that one called?
Air
Invitation to
conditioning.
an End.
Why is it? Wait, I thought they were underwater. Like the car was for some reason.
Listen.
That being said, it's almost midnight, so unfortunately we will be stopping for today.
No!
It's just now starting to get good.
Yeah, it really it took them like 30 fucking ones to get good.
I don't know.
I mean,
Other
like, I
than
wouldn't say
the
that
dog,
far. There's
last
some real
session
good
was
ones
pretty good
mixed in
too.
there.
I mean, I'm saying other than the dog, last session was pretty good too.
I guess.
Dog.
Your dog. Ugh.
Wait,
Oh,
did you say
right.
no more Nipas?
The funny little
Hurry.
yes. After we finish
Oh no, I'm
To be
not
honest, it wasn't
blaming you. I'm
solely,
just
it wasn't
saying
solely
that
the dog.
from that, it was a really
the
good
fragment
session.
itself was pretty bad.
Nipa is outlawed going into Umineko.
No!
Nipa is I hope is that literally the last time we'll hear Nipa on this thing?
I wonder. I don't know. I just said after this chapter.
Yeah, there's like literally no Nipa in Umineko.
There's like neon noises instead.
I mean, yeah, they're seagulls. At any rate,